There is a brand new Roblox game coming up and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you guys all about this new upcoming game. Alright, hi, TT here, and today we are going to be talking about this new upcoming game called Sleepaway Realms. Alright, so before the video starts, please make sure to like and subscribe and follow all of my socials. They will be linked in the description. Without further ado, let me get into the video now. So as I would have mentioned in the intro, Sleepaway Realms is a Roblox game that is upcoming. It doesn't have an official release date yet, but based off of what I have read from their Twitter page, Sleepaway Realms is a story-driven game set in the 10th Norse realm of, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, in the land of sleep. So basically this game is going to be centered around an entire story. We don't really know much of the story yet, but there have been some lore related things sprinkled here and there in their Discord server. So first of all, I just want to take a look at their Discord server since they do have a dedicated leak section for that. Alright, so now looking at the sleepy progress inside of the Discord server, there's actually an entire description of the game and why it's rebranding into Sleepaway Realms. So if you guys want to have a read at that, you guys can, but I am more interested in covering the leaks of the game. Alright, so as we scroll down a little bit more, we see that there are some rigs of some characters and some expressions which look really impressive. I really do like all of these. And you know what? This actually kind of reminds me of how Momo City looks like. It reminds me of how future, like realistic the rigs look, especially for a Roblox game. And knowing that this is going to be a Roblox game, this game, it just looks way too detailed and so incredibly impressive just on base value. And then here we have another redesign of a character called Altair redesign. So this is like a star. I think this is like a helping NPC, which is actually so adorable. It kind of reminds me of that little like pixie fairy thing that used to fly around you when you used to play Zelda. I'm not a big Zelda like fan, but I do know that that little like fairy thing used to help you and guide you in the game. This kind of reminds me of that, just a little star following you around and guiding you in the game. I hope it's a guiding figure, and this is just me just reading from base value. I actually don't know. Here are some photos on the screen of some more redesigns that I would have gotten from the Discord server, and honestly this game just looks really impressive, even with some of the renders I'm seeing. Like this render I'm seeing right here, lamppost and bench, like it looks so incredibly detailed. And what made me kind of laugh with this sneak peek, it just made me remember of how Royal High fans were like coming after Monsterverse for lamppost. Like I hope this lamppost is unique enough for those specific Royal High fans to not come after the Sleepaway High fans. You know, like God forbid another game decides to render another lamppost into another game. Oh my god, it's automatically copying Royal High, guys. But anyways, moving on from that, we have some materials and a tree. So we click into the photo right here. We see some textures inside of the game. They look really detailed, like incredibly detailed. I don't even think we've even had something this detailed inside of Royal High. And as far as I know, before you guys ask me, no, this game doesn't look anything to be like Royal High. They have not marketed the game to be anything like Royal High. There's no sets as far as I've seen or heard. Maybe there will be sets inside of the game, but on base value I'm not seeing anything that is dress up related. So I'm sorry if that like completely turned you off, but I'm still interested in this game nonetheless. Everything in this game looks really interesting. And just based off the game itself, I'm not sure if it's going to have a dress up element, but based off of how many people are following the progress of this game, I don't really think people care if there is a dress up element. And that's what I really like about supporting these different games, because people from different communities and people that don't even come from a specific community can come to collectively agree that this game does deserve a lot of traction. And as a YouTuber who does cover like games like this and games that genuinely do catch my attention, whether they are dress up related or not, or kind of like really close on the edge of dress up. I just really want to cover games like this. It really intrigues me of how talented some of these developers are. So as we scroll down here, we see that there is a world tree. I don't know how to say the first word, which makes me embarrassed, because if any of you guys are interested or have heard of the God of War series, that word that I'm reading here is inside of the series, inside of the latest God of War series, God of War Ragnarok. If you guys have no idea what that game is, you guys should 100% look into it. It's such an interesting game. But anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. And when we click into the video that they would have provided here, it looks so detailed, and I would have seen this on their TikTok page as well. If you guys want to see their TikTok page, here it is on the screen right now. It would have way more progress and documented progress on Sleepaway Realms, and right under that we have a very muscular version of Tyr, the Norse god of justice and war. Now this is actually very interesting to me, because Tyr, if you guys are familiar with the God of War series, Tyr is actually a god inside of, I think, Greek mythology, or I think it's Norse mythology. Yeah, Norse mythology. It's just so interesting how differently they depicted it inside of this game, and I would love to see this guy inside the game, because compared to how Tyr looks inside of God of War, this is a very interesting depiction inside of this game. So as a person who does like God of War and its entire story, it is very interesting to see how different some of these Norse mythology gods look inside of this game, and to know that it's being brought to Roblox, I'm very hyped for it. I'm very excited for it. And here we have some Orion progress. I'll put all of them on the screen right now, and here it is: Orion the Starforged Gladiator completed rework. It looks so cool. I'm honestly wondering how the gameplay is going to be inside of the game, because honestly they really haven't shared that much gameplay of the game, and that honestly really intrigues me. As far as I know, this game was rebranded from Sleepaway High to Sleepaway Realms, and you know, when games usually rebrand, games don't really get that far in terms of rebrands, but this game is like pushing really hard for that rebrand, and there are still obviously so much people that are invested in this game, and I'm certainly very invested in this game. And here are so much more leaks, like for example the Celine Starlit Archer. Like, oh my goodness, look at how pretty these graphics are. It's so amazing. And honestly, I'm just wondering, how are we going to be able to move around in this game, or if we are even going to be able to move around in this game, because as far as I know, there is absolutely no footage of gameplay inside of this game. This is all we have to work off of, and honestly, I'm very happy and very excited with what I have seen so far, and I really hope that this video was able to get you guys excited for Sleepaway Realms. And I just want to personally tell the developers and whoever is working on this game that you are doing such a great job. I love everything in this game so far, so please continue developing this game, and when the game releases, I will be checking it out. I'll be making a video on it, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. Alright, so yeah, I think that is all I have to say on today's video. If you guys have anything to add, please put it down in the comments, and yeah, that is all I have to say on today's video. If you guys like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see ya.